Hey everyone, just last week I made a video about how far down the insanity rabbit hole so much of the left has gone. And how at this point it feels like if you haven't woken up to just how deranged the Democratic Party is, how destructive their policies are to this country, and how really they're just trying to completely change what it means to be an American, that if you haven't woken up to that by now, then you're beyond our help. You know, you're beyond the hope of ever waking up and turning around. And I don't want to feel that way, but then things like this happens, what I'm about to talk about. I'm sure everyone knows that Kobe Bryant passed, and I'm not going to make any sort of statement or comment on that. I understand there's a lot of people grieving. I also understand there's a lot of people that are bringing out some of the things he's done in the past that they object to, and I am going to leave that for a different discussion that won't be had on this channel. But the point is that Kobe Bryant passed away, and far sadder, to me, his daughter passed away, and I always think it's sadder when we lose, when we lose the life of a child, with so much hope and promise and so much ahead of them. It always hits a little deeper when there's children involved. So you would expect that a normal person would understand that several children have died, and that decorum and reverence and respect are probably what's in order right now. That's not the case for the far left. If you were on Twitter this past weekend, and I want to give a thank you to Mark Dice. He's never going to see this, but it was Mark Dice who called all this stuff out and was retweeting all of this and bringing this to people's attention. There were a lot of people on Twitter saying how badly they wish that it had been Donald Trump instead of Kobe Bryant. And the idea that we breathe the same air as people who think that this is the time to try to dunk on Trump supporters, it just completely blows my mind, and it proves what I was saying last week about just how far gone these people really are. Couple that with there's now a clip circulating, unrelated to the Bryant thing. There's this clip circulating of Don Lemon and a couple of guests just rolling with fake laughter, making fun of Trump voters, calling them ignorant, that they couldn't find Ukraine on a map. Just really disgusting, elitist, arrogant crap, more of the same from CNN. And so this is just a really quick, just to say, like, they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. And you think that there is some shred of decency left in some of these people, and there's not. Because if you're going to see, someone that you admire passes away, tragically, and you think that this is the time to try to own the conservatives, I don't understand that logic. I don't understand that at all. I want nothing to do with it. That's just gross. And the one thing I'll say, the white pill to this disgusting display of leftism is that, hey, only 20% of Americans are actually on Twitter. And I myself am on it too often. But so we'll say a tiny percentage of a tiny percentage of Americans are just completely batshit crazy. Their Trump derangement syndrome has become so far gone that there's no hope left for them. And I'll say a prayer for them. And I think we all need to keep these people in our thoughts and just hope. hope that somehow, some way, by God, these people will wake up. I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but you never know. I never thought that I would openly say I'm a conservative, and here I am.